What's good, YouTube? We are back with another reaction. You know what I'm saying? We got a reaction to my dog. Oh, it's Beasky. Okay, that's actually tougher. I was calling him Beaksy this whole time. The nigga chin. I think that's the nigga chin. Is that the nigga chin? No, it's the black dude from Johnny Test. My fault, chat. We got characters that have valid reasons to crash out. Part 2. Part 1 is also on the channel. If you want to check that out, you can check that out. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you check the link in the description down below to join the Discord. You know what I'm saying? Join the community. Consider subscribing. You know, I find the videos, we watch them together, and in the community, you get notified every time I go live, every time I post a video, and whenever we host community events. Without further ado, I'm gonna pre-fire a little like. Hope you do the same. We're gonna get straight into this one. Talk to me.
Ahoy, me niggas. As
Ahoy.
you can see, today we are back with part 2 of the
Be right
Valid
back.
Crash
Gotcha.
Outs. Now, it's been approximately 2 months since the last Crash Out video, and in these 2 months, I have been searching all over the 7 kingdoms to find the most valid Crash Out characters of all time. And today, I will present to you my findings. And just to give a quick recap, if you haven't seen the first Crash Outs video I made, we have 3 categories for the validity of our Crash Outs. Okay. We have justified, reasonable, and understandable.
Now, some of you are not emotionally intelligent, so I'm gonna break this down. Because I have a saying, all emotions are valid, not all emotions are justified, right? And what that means is if you're feeling a certain type of way, it's valid for you to feel that way because those are your feelings, right? Now, valid and true are synonyms here, but in this context, valid is just like, it's okay, right? While justified would mean this is something that goes beyond being okay. This is objective truth. This is fact, aka justified, right? So understandable is going to be like, I personally wouldn't have crashed out, but maybe if I was this guy, I might have crashed out, right? Reasonable specifically refers to like, okay, we all crashing on those, even if there's no logic behind it. Like, for example, the dude from the B movie, I'm sliding behind my dog because if my girl, now he was a little too overbearing, right? But if my girl is getting turned out by a B, that's a reasonable crash out. Now, is it fictitious for you to really believe that she's talking to a B instead of checking her into a schizophrenic home? Yes, but it's a reasonable crash out. While justified would be my dog Vincent, bro. He told them to do their job, but my niggas Mordecai and Rigby love the unemployed life. That's a justified crash out. He has multiple instances and multiple reasons why if he wanted to, he could take them to court. Or personally, he could put a what they call them, Johns, a Gen 5 on some, you know what I'm saying?
So whatever characters I talk about will have to be put into at least one
would backhand them though.
So without further yapping, let's get into our first valid crash out.
I've spent 50 years
no facts.
what they did to her. This is who I am inside.
So I'm sure you're familiar with
Vegeta.
Shadow the Hedgehog. He is one of the most popular characters within the Sonic the Hedgehog universe. And if you don't know him, he's basically Sonic if he was black. But if you look at his actual backstory in the video games, movies, and comics, he has every reason to crash out in my opinion. So let's get into it. A long time ago, there was a girl named Maria, and she had a life-threatening illness that was...
I fuck with a creator who puts music in that matches the theme of the character. We just seen I think it was a Pave Lover video like that. Check that out. But bro, I fought with the theme.
Aggressive very fast. I think it was like space AIDS or something, but I'm not sure. And her grandfather, a man named Gerald Robotnik, decided to make Shadow as a way of helping find the cure. But in order to create Shadow, Gerald had to use illegal alien DNA. This is an important part of the story too. I need y'all niggas to remember this. So after Shadow's creation, he forms a really strong bond with Maria. They are basically best friends and they do everything together. Right. And this is literally the only other person that he can call a friend because everyone else he meets are doctors or scientists. So no one really sees Shadow for who he is, except for Maria though. But then the government finds out about
there was some childish shit too, and this is a masculine that. But you got peep chat. This refers to real life, bro. A lot of people who look tough, even is with the bald energy, they might be like really happy-go-lucky people, but it all stems from reaction. Normally, that defensive wall that you have. No, none of us are born like, for example, racist. Right? None of us are born an angry person. None of us are born a guarded person, but through how we are treated and what we see sent to the FBI on Brady, there was a testing, bro. That's putting, you know what I'm saying, throwing probes on my, bro. And he an alien, but they probing him. But he's doing this childish shit, and it brings joy to him. It's truly things that make him happy. But this is a murderer. He didn't just become that way, bro. They did this to him, bro. Now, I do believe in accountability firmly. So like he has to take accountability for GGing people, you know what I'm saying, rolling them up in a split. But those people that did that also have to take some accountability.
About Gerald using illegal alien DNA to create Shadow. And y'all know how the government gets when they think you're here illegally.
FBI, open up.
So they
I just made the illegal joke, bruh.
Destroy and raid the place that Gerald, Shadow, and Maria were living at. So while this
said,
is
my bad, like he was
Gerald,
there.
Shadow, and Maria are trying to escape. But one of the gun soldiers ended up shooting an explosive tank right now. Also wanted to mention, there's two different ways this part of the story goes, depending on if you're going.
Real quick, that's survivor's guilt. She died, and this is the only companion. So like he knows they're not the same, but you feel like y'all are the same. But because of this body that he's cursed to have because they created him, she died and he got to survive.
Off of the comics and video games or going off
I told you.
But I'm gonna focus on the movie version to make it easier for y'all right now. So unfortunately, Maria Magic Johnson has ended up dying. So now Shadow has lost his best friend and lost his whole purpose of living, which would already put him as a valid crash out in my opinion.
Right.
But that's enough of the history. Now it's time for the crazy parts. So after this happens, Gerald is blamed for the whole incident and sent to prison.
Reasonably,
and
bro.
then Shadow was put in a cryo chamber by Gunn and taken to a place called Prison Island. And they kept.
And this is how it starts, chat. In what society are we okay with something that's supposed to protect people being named Gunn, bro? I don't care what reason these letters stand for. Gunn? That's like if SpongeBob's Friends song was the N-word. And then he just went, nah, this stands for needed companion, intelligent, grateful, guided assistant. Like, no, bro, that's, you know what I'm saying? We can't let stuff like this slip.
His ass here for 50 years. He was isolated inside that little ass pod for 50 years, bro. I've seen goldfish with more room than he had in that chamber. And I know Maria was looking down from heaven just like this. Release my nigga. Release my nigga. But then the prison system he was in ended up getting hacked. So this led to Shadow breaking out, and this nigga Shadow was in full crash.
And it was from Sonic blacking out the grid, no?
Crash out mode. He took out a whole group of gun soldiers immediately after he broke out. And I know this felt good, so I can't even be too
that was a great warm-up.
Mad at him, to be honest. And then he ends up going to Tokyo after taking out the soldiers, and then more gun soldiers pull up on him. And to keep this story short, this is how the city looked after Shadow was done crashing out. Cars flipped, buildings on fire, and basically Tokyo was now looking like the entrance to a Bowser castle. And later, Team Sonic pulls up and Shadow continues to crash out.
He whooped that nigga tails, boy. That trailer.
He continues to crash out for a good chunk of this movie. And to make matters worse, Gerald ends up coming back. And due to Gerald being the only other person Shadow had some sort of bond with, uses Shadow's emotions about Maria to guilt trip him into crashing out even more. He breaks into a government building, then he ends up fighting Sonic again.
Nah, Sonic's moving like Goku, bruh. Sonic was moving like Goku, bruh. He said, Tom, how could you? What Thorfinn said? How dare you take a man away like my father? I'll kill you for this. I think Sonic was about to slide.
Again. And he damn near blows up the entire earth. I don't condone him destroying cities, taking out innocent people, and damn near causing the destruction of the world, but I definitely understand why he crashed out so hard. He was only created to cure Maria's space aids, which he never got to do. He wasn't seen as anything more than an alien by most people. He lost the only friend he ever had. He got put in a fish tank for 50 years.
They gave him that Taiwan
manipulated him by using his emotions over what happened to Maria. And the way Gunn treated him from start to finish was awful. Cause how the hell are you gonna kill his best friend, then put him in jail? Y'all niggas killed her. Shadow didn't even do anything.
I'm like, what he say fuck me for?
He's the victim here, and he still got locked up. If my only friend got
W Dragon Ball thing, oh my god! When I saw this, I wanted to cry, bro. I'm gonna go. Where do I sub? You can do the YouTube. You can do the Twitch. I'm JRoSly on all platforms. We post reels and shorts daily.
Smoke and the judge sentenced me to 50 years. I'ma crash out too.
Get some good sleep, bro. It's 1 in the morning, bro. I'll be here when you wake up.
But luckily for Earth, Shadow does end up having a change of heart and destroys Gerald's plans to blow up the Earth.
Come on, bro.
For Earth,
they gotta
Shadow
be.
Does
unironically, this has to be like top 10 dap
end up
ups.
having a
Impact Frame. Let's go Ultra Instinct.
change of heart and destroys Gerald's plans to blow
bro.
up the Earth. But I can't lie, he had every reason to crash out. All right, that was our first crash out. But now it's time to get into the next one.
Nah, low key. Okay, this is an uncalled for reaction, bro.
Now,
I'm glad he didn't overreact.
similar to a lot of Crash Out characters, when I first watched Squidward as a kid, I always thought he was mean and very negative, especially the characters like SpongeBob. But the older I got,
He's just
the
a
more
real
I really
bro.
understand
He
why
in the
Squidward
system, bro. He
crashed
got
out
the job.
so much. Because
J.O.B.
Squidward is stuck in one of the worst emotional cycles I've ever seen. We're gonna call this the Squidward Crash Out cycle. And most episodes that he is in follow this pattern. So let's break down the cycle. So first, Squidward will wake up and start his day. And immediately following that, he has to deal with some bullshit from one of these three people: SpongeBob, Patrick, or Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs ain't do nothing wrong but scam him, 52 other individuals, and like commit a little bit of arson, but chill.
And sometimes all three of them. And to top it all off, he lives right in between two of the dumbest, most annoying characters of all time. And these two don't give Squidward a break at all.
Hey, they're goofy
Sometimes
goopers, yeah.
SpongeBob will even break into Squidward's house. He's done this multiple times.
Toolie
SpongeBob
in
will
hand.
just randomly pop up in
Butt
Squidward's
cheeks
house
out.
unannounced, like it's normal. He
All 8 of them.
even sometimes pops up in the shower. Bro,
Nah, that's
get
actually
out!
pants on. Hold
Also
on.
even sometimes pops up in the shower.
There's a lot to analyze here. Right, fully clothed, pants on, but you know he's wearing socks, so his socks are getting soaked. Not to mention, what is the squid got going on with his drain for him to be in the shower, but there to be so much water here to where like the bubbles are there. 2, this nigga done stole one of my dog's bonnets, right? And to top off the fact that he stole my bonnet, full uniform on, yeah?
Bro,
He's a psychopath.
out. Also, Squidward has told them multiple times to leave him alone and stop bothering him. And that's the worst part about this cycle that he's stuck in. No matter what he says or what happens to him, nobody takes Squidward serious.
There's no way out of this one.
He can be put through the worst day of his life and nobody will care what he went through. And it's not like Squidward is super complex. He just wants to enjoy his clarinet, enjoy his art, and enjoy his days off from work. But he doesn't ever get to do any of that because he has to endure complete tomfoolery every single episode. And there's endless episodes of endure complete tomfoolery every single episode.
I've had it up to here. They said, you like his name Eugene.
And there's endless episodes of Squidward crashing out, so I decided to pick a single episode. And there's
he a bald with so much loose skin on his head, but you know he's a crash out.
Endless episodes of Squidward crashing out, so I decided to put myself in the shoes of Squidward and pick the perfect example to demonstrate this crash out cycle. Now, before we start the episode, I want y'all to know this is all taking place on Sunday, one of the only days Squidward has off from work. So Squidward starts the episode off getting woken up out of his peaceful sleep by SpongeBob's loud ass boat alarm. And before the alarm is even done, SpongeBob is already right inside of his house. And the reason SpongeBob...
If that's the case, well, he is the quickster, so he is mad fast. But if he was up before that went off, either A, you don't need an alarm, or B, put that shit on snooze.
Bob broke into this man's house.
I came to make sure you don't oversleep and miss work.
Which you would think SpongeBob would know they don't have work since they work at the same place every day at the same time. So Squidward throws SpongeBob out and tells him to leave him alone. So now Squidward is trying to enjoy his Sunday by relaxing, and so he orders a foot massage. And now Squidward is trying...
Why is the only flower that got wilted? Now, you could argue they're underwater. But if that's the case, why is the tissue like, you know? No, they're underwater. Things would be floating. Yeah.
Trying to enjoy his Sunday by relaxing, and so he orders a foot massage. And just as Squidward started to relax, SpongeBob and Patrick appear right behind him and start yelling as loud as they can.
Both ears too?
And the reason they are yelling is because they have somehow made Squidward their leader for some club they just randomly decided to make. So Squidward tries to send them to paint some trees so they can leave him alone. And when they finish, SpongeBob ends up
paint some trees. He should have made them go mop the ocean. I mean, they're in the ocean. He should have made them count all the grains of sand in Bikini Bottom.
getting paint right in Squidward's eye. So this leads him to being taken to the hospital by some random couple. And while Squidward is gone, SpongeBob breaks into Squidward's house again, and now they're the ones getting the foot massage.
Why, bro? This thing got a flat ass head. But why, bro? Why? You about to get out the hospital, his house is gonna be wrecked, guaranteed. I don't even remember the plot of this episode, but I'm already knowing.
That Squidward ordered for himself. So Squidward kicks them out and tells them to not come back.
Gee, Patrick, do you think Squidward was trying to tell us something?
Yes, I was!
Speaking English. I was speaking English.
But then Squidward sees a magazine ad for a security system that will keep intruders out of his house. And Squidward is like,
I'm about to
What is that, bro?
and when he installs it, SpongeBob and Patrick enter his house immediately. And they brought a cake with them this time too for some reason. So now Squidward is pissed because the alarm system...
I did say $5,000, so I would be mad it didn't work. But the cake did say sorry for bugging you.
And they brought a cake with them this time too for some reason.
It's kind of nice.
So now Squidward is pissed because the alarm system didn't detect them. So he starts punching the alarm system,
Back on the tech town,
which makes the alarm system think he's the intruder and then shoots him. Then his own house kicks him out and starts terrorizing the city.
Terrible product.
12 seconds later.
They make the house come back and land right where Squidward was laying down. Now we're at the end of the cycle where Squidward finally crashes out.
House destroyed.
We just wanted to...
Get out of my house!
But now the police and an angry mob of people are waiting outside for him. And turns out that his house caused so much damage
It kicked me too, bro. I'm a victim.
that he has to do community service every Sunday for the rest of his life.
Nah, no more days off.
Every Sunday for the rest of your life.
Is this nigga serious?
Nah.
And all of
Nah. Big Sponge and Pat might have sold that boy.
happened because SpongeBob and Patrick's dumbasses wouldn't leave him alone. And then we get the icing on the cake.
Talk to me.
One of those two? This'll be great! The three of us cleaning up Bikini Bottom.
Yeah, I
Y'all
tweet.
can't
I ain't
tell
gonna
me
lie.
this isn't Crash Out worthy. And you would think SpongeBob and Patrick would eventually understand that Squidward just wants to be left alone, but they damn near annoy him every single episode. He never really leaves the cycle.
He is the Benson of SpongeBob. I love this. I love this is what I arrive into.
Every day.
Yeah.
All right, now it's time for the next Crash Out.
Hold on, he might be King Yam.
He just has to endure it every day. All right.
I think we can make the case that this nigga might be King Yam. Not only does he have a large schnoz, he has the width of nostril to where this John is like half the size of his eyeball. Like my eye is that big, right? So half of it will be like these. Imagine my nostril was that big, bro. Each one, bro. He might be King Yam. King Schnoz.
Now it's time for the next Crash Out.
Shout out Big Squid.
Or I will take it, boss. Not
Just
in my home.
Witcher.
Now, as a proud member of Team
I ain't
Black
watching.
and a supporter of Queen Rhaenyra, having to include Eamon on this video doesn't sit too well with
Hunger
me.
Games, Witcher.
But I'd be lying my
Too.
ass off if I said that this man right here doesn't have some valid
Gotta
reasons
be
to
Witcher.
crash out.
Can't be
And I
Witcher.
think a lot of people look at Eamon and see how mean and cruel he is later on, which I agree, he definitely is. But if you look at his backstory, especially in the House of the Dragon TV show, you can easily see why he became such
Game
a
of the
crash
Thrones.
out. So let's get into it. So when we first see Eamon, he's pretty laid back and to himself. But one thing that stands out is he is one of the only members of the royal family that doesn't have a dragon. His brother has one, his sister has one, and just about his whole family has a dragon besides him.
Even without white hair, bro. Yeah, I crash out too.
And this is where we see the first instance of some mistreatment towards Eamon. So the other kids decide to prank Eamon, and they tell him that they found a dragon for him to claim. And of course, Eamon is optimistic about this.
Yeah.
He's been wanting a dragon for some
Be
time.
mad.
And when they show him the dragon they found, it turned out to be a pig with wings on it.
Ain't no way
Yeah, I might slime out their entire bloodline on some Itachi shit, bro. No bull.
So they all set this up just to prank him. So this pisses Eamon off big time, because these are his own family members and his own brother pranking him about something that he's very sad about.
Look, from my knowledge, it pains me what those writers have done to Game of Thrones. I've heard it did produce one of the greatest actors of our generation, Moist Critical, Charlie himself. But to get back to my point, what the
first ever character to
chat? There's a skip button. No way. There's a skip button on the PC keyboard. What the fuck? Back to what I was saying.
The dragon they found.
Let me this up. Let me get y'all in the frame I was talking about. Now, with the accents I'm getting from Game of Thrones, it's clearly because it's old timey, right? But I think Britain. Now, tell me why this nigga who consumes beans and toast on the regular is in my face like these, bro. Mouth all open, nose scrunched up. How was your dad? Like stinky ass breath, bro. Back the and this is your brother. This is nothing you can do, bro. Because they're supposed to be dignified. They're supposed to be a royal family. Like, bro, if this was me, he's catching an elbow and I'm hitting with a my fault, older brother. You know what I'm saying? And if you try to fight back, yeah, I got that. Trust.
Something that he's very sad about already. And they're all just laughing their asses off and he's just sitting there.
Her Game of Thrones is good though.
So fast forward a little bit, they're at a funeral for Lena. And due to her dying, her dragon is left unclaimed. And Lena had one of the biggest dragons currently on Earth.
Okay.
Vhagar. So Aemon ended up sneaking out after the funeral. And since Vhagar is unclaimed and he has no dragon, Aemon was like,
Oh, say less.
Facts.
So he gets on Vhagar and actually manages to win the dragon over and claim it. So now this kid has the biggest, most powerful dragon on the planet.
On some Luke Skywalker shit.
A reward considering he never got a dragon. But
some of the best TV in history up to like season 6. Then the writers got tired of the show and speed ran to the end. It was horrible, but the journey to get there is amazing. You know what that sounds like? Sounds like CW Flash. Everything after season 3 don't exist. Seasons 4 and 5 were I watched up to season 7, maybe season 6, I think. But it's really tough with a show like this. One, because writers suck at staying consistent sometimes. And then 2, they gave you an ad. It's only like an ad like every hour max, bro. I don't even get paid off them Johns. No way they hold you. It's only been 30 minutes. My fault, bro. I'm enjoying something minimal too. But yeah, CW Flash, bro. They hold my dog because writers change over time. It's like an experiment with researchers and stuff. Over time, people just can't be there like they were before, right? And then for some reason, writers run out of ideas, bro. Like the 2 biggest culprits of this. And when I say run out of ideas, I don't mean, the human brain can't comprehend something. No. When I say run out of ideas, I mean these niggas just got lazy and decided to literally take a massive steaming pilot on a series that you enjoy and run it into the ground. CW Flash is a victim to that. Young Justice is a victim to that. Those are my top 2 ruined shows by writers. I'd probably put Game of Thrones at 3 because I've heard the same thing. And I don't even watch the jump. These writers got too much power, bro. It's just like how the studio who got T-Bait, bro, ruined the T-Bait, bro. People call that John T manga. That's how bad the animation is. It's like people are complaining about season 3 of One Punch Man, but like 10 times worse, bro.
Then he gets confronted by the daughters of Lena, and they are pissed that he claimed their dead mom's dragon.
Yo,
and
uncle.
I do understand why they were mad, because the funeral was hours ago, and he already
hours ago.
Hopped on the dragon and claimed her. But in all fairness, there's not really rules to claim the dragon.
No choice,
if the dragon likes you, then it's fair game.
Also, if it's unclaimed, I don't watch Game of Thrones, so I don't know. Does it stay in the family or will it do what dragons do and leave? Because if that's the case, it's better he claim it now while it's here and get rid of that potential future threat and now like just make it an ally, then let it sit, bro. He didn't do it to snake out your mom, bro. That was his sibling.
But they not trying to hear that. So they end up trying to fight him over it. And then it becomes a 4v1 fight with his own family members. And not gonna lie, Aemon,
he's low-key selling. You're not supposed to throw. In that situation, you evade, you throw slight pushes, and you keep that up. because they're tired. Said tired. They're tiny. They're gonna get tired faster than you will. Don't use any excessive force. You don't want to be seen. I've read enough manhwa. They may fly off, but they come back. Probably because he was gonna mourn his like, I was gonna say like master, but like owner, I guess. I've watched enough manhwa to know with a hierarchical family structure, bro. You want to like make the other person look as bad as possible, and you look like you've taken the least amount of blame. So I'm not pushing. I'm just evading on some shit. Especially if they don't got no cameras. You can't have no proof that they attacked him.
Was holding his own during this fight.
Damn! Instant replay on that bitch.
One fight with his own family members. And not gonna lie,
sit your ass down.
Holding his own during this fight.
Okay. And after further review, she did hit this goal with a hard one before he threw that overhand. That overhand right. Hold on.
Fight with his own family members. And
not his guard's not up. I don't like he weaved that.
Not gonna lie, Eamon was holding his own during this fight. I can't even hate on him. Because if I'm in this same situation and it's a 4v1 and I got a dragon outside, y'all niggas are getting cooked. Literally. But then they all start jumping him. And this is where he calls Lucerys a bastard.
The rock.
And then he picks up a rock to even the playing field.
Put the rock down.
Once again, I think is a valid play. I mean, the name calling might have been a little much, but he was getting jumped. But then he gets sand thrown in his eye, and then he gets his eye slashed by a knife. And as you can probably guess, his eye is done. There's no reversing this action. So at this point, we have a couple major factors.
Now, if this was the case, I'm burning this shit to the ground. Fuck a Luke Skywalker origin story. This is the get back. And I'm gonna be running that shit on repeat. You ever heard Walk by Kodak? Slide, what he said? Slide spent now, be walking on. I got scared on their own block. I'm like, my family's not gonna be able to come outside, bro. I don't want to see you at any functions. This eye is unrepairable. I need depth perception to fly. I might get snuck. Like, I'm not sitting there I don't care how much pain I'm in. I'm picking up that rock, adrenaline powered, and crushing your skull. I'm sorry, bro. It has to be done.
His crash outs. He was constantly bullied by his own family.
Hell
he never got
nah.
a dragon. And then when he did get a dragon, he got
niggas started hoeing him
and lost his eye. So then the adults finally intervene, and this is one of the most heated scenes in this show. The whole house was mad. And you think that they would try to get to the bottom of what happened to his eye.
No, they mad at him.
But they aren't even worried about that. His own dad only cares about the fact that he called Lucerys a bastard. This is his own dad looking him in his singular eye and not worried about what happened to him.
I have white hair. My black cousin or sister has white hair, despite being black. He has brown hair. He's not one of us. No racial, no discrimination. But y'all discriminating on me when this nigga don't even got the main jump we got, bro. I'm hitting that nigga with a domain expansion. Like what, bro? I can't let that slide.
Don't care, still don't care. I don't care.
Alicent, which is his mom, is the only one that cares about what happened to him. And she's trying to get it back in blood, too.
I shall have one of her son's eyes in return.
What did he say?
Hell yeah.
And even when he grows up, he is still mistreated by his own brother and always in the shadow of both of his siblings, due to his brother being the king and his sister being the queen.
But to be fair, though, ew. Freaky ass setup. Anywho, like I was about to say, to be fair, though, in this situation, you just gotta use them shadows to like be on some, not some villainous shit, but some maniacal shit. There's a very big difference. I'm planning hella shit to where you think I'm a maniac the way there's no way you could have known this would happen. I know, bro. I've been plotting this whole time. I'm memorizing patterns. I'm writing all types of shit down, bro.
And his brother is doing a terrible job at king. He don't know the language. He's always drunk.
What?
And he's really just not cut out for this position. And Aemon sees this, and so do a lot of other people. But there's nothing he can do about it, which leads him to eventually become the crash out he's known as today.
Okay.
Because not gonna lie, after all this, he starts crashing out hard. He ends up making Vhagar eat his nephew. He damn near kills his own brother, and then starts burning random villages out of anger. So honestly, I think I'm gonna have to put him in two spots: understandable and reasonable. Because I think it's reasonable to want to crash out after being bullied your entire childhood.
Right.
Finally getting a dragon, then you can't even enjoy that because 4 of your family.
And it's in between because I like the crash out. I don't like the execution. We have to do it in that manner.
Family members want to jump you. Then you end up losing your eye and nobody cares about you or what happened for the rest of your life. And then I think it's also understandable because the people he crashed out on were major factors in his childhood and adult trauma. But I don't agree with him killing people, obviously, but I do understand why he did what he did. All right, now it's time for our last valid crash out.
Talk to me. Bro, erase this nigga. Boom!
Now, funny
I remember in this movie, this was a demon.
enough, this is one of me and my grandma's favorite characters.
Yes,
so
sir.
It's only right that I include Optimus Prime on this video. So, Grandma, if you see this, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you know I love you and can't wait to eat whatever you're bringing to Thanksgiving.
We love you, Mima.
Already knowing I'm gonna need 8 plates of it. But let's get into it. So the crazy thing about Optimus is that he isn't evil at all. But in the Bayverse Transformers movies, this nigga is unhinged. He gets it done, boy.
Oh.
But I still think that he has every reason to be unhinged and crash out as much as he does. So when we first see Optimus in the 2007 Transformers movie, he's not a crash out at all. He's actually really nice to not only the Autobots but also the humans. The only time he really crashes out is when he sees a Decepticon or his arch nemesis Megatron. But in this movie, there are 2 major things that happen that I would say are very important into leading to his eventual crash outs. The first one is that he meets Sam Witwicky, who is the main character of this movie as well as an important person throughout this entire series. And due to Sam already knowing about Bumblebee, he understands what Optimus is and also really respects him overall. So he ends up forming a decent bond with Sam that will come into play later. And the second major thing is that his Autobot friend Jazz ends up dying. And Jazz got done so bad. He literally got ripped in half like he was nothing.
By his arch nemesis too, bro.
They gonna do the black characters the worst. And he was a clanker too. Yeah, I know his screen time wasn't gonna be long even as a kid. Because there's not a lot of Autobots left from Cybertron at this point. The crew is extremely small. It's only 5 Autobots during this time. Optimus, Jazz, Ironhide, Ratchet.
Just ironically how it goes, because their sizes really do vary.
And Bumblebee. And I guess we could throw Sam in there too, since he's usually with him now. So the fact that Optimus lost his first lieutenant and one of his only friends at the time definitely played a part in turning Optimus into the unhinged 18-wheeler that he later on becomes. So now we move on to the second movie, and this is where we really start to see Optimus change. So during this movie, a Decepticon leaves a message for Optimus saying, "Fallen shall rise again."
Man, such so stupid. So.
And this leads Optimus to try to get Sam's help, finding a fragment that can stop all of this from happening.
Like the shard,
and the reason Optimus asks Sam is because Sam is the only human he can trust right now. But at this point in Sam's life, he's in college and pursuing other things. So he ends up...
I don't like the fact that it's great acting. I don't like...
At this point in Sam's life, he's in college.
The fact that he conveyed fear and like freakiness in this one scene.
And pursuing other things.
Hey, but what won't be said? Super freak, super freak. She's super freaky, eh?
So he ends up ignoring Optimus and not believing anything Optimus is saying.
Ignoring him is
pisses
crazy.
off Optimus big time.
Reasonable.
A nigga got to tell me how the fuck is you gonna tell me about some shit?
The one person I trust, yeah.
Because there's no other humans he can really talk to about this stuff, and he doesn't want the Decepticons.
Nah, see, but in that type of situation, I don't know if it's me being a good person or me being gullible, bro. I personally just can't let one of my homies like go out like that. Like if it's on some, especially if they're coming to me up front, yo, bro, you don't even like to tell about this. Yo, blah blah blah. Someone did and then my uncle backhanded my grandma. I'm going to believe you even if the story sounds a little fictitious. I might not ride hard, but if you say you need me here, you need me to do this, I got you, gang.
Decepticons coming back either.
12 seconds later.
The Decepticons end up coming back, capturing Sam.
As always.
Optimus has to risk his life to save him. I actually covered this fight when I made my channel, so if y'all want to watch this scene, go tap in with that.
Okay.
So Optimus had to fight 3 Decepticons by
favorite
himself,
scene, bro.
and this wouldn't have happened if Sam's ass would have stopped trying to crack his AI girlfriend and just listened to Prime in the first place. And Optimus
you could have listened to Bumblebee, bro. Bumblebee told him she was a freak. And if I have a literal alien being able to identify, yo, this is a freaky ass human, I should by then already know this is a freaky ass human, bro. That's not always a good thing, bro. And this would get you lust driven young bulls, bro.
Ends up getting packed up too. So at this point, we have 3 major contributors.
Don't even worry about it, bro. Optimus gonna get his shit back in blood. This is my favorite scene.
Sam not listening, and him getting jumped to death by his biggest ops. And this is
Peak
where
reverse
we see
jumping.
his first crash out. So they end up reviving him and giving him an outfit upgrade. And normally Optimus would give a speech or do some cinematic monologue off into the sunset, but he doesn't say one thing. He just flies off and instantly starts boxing the Decepticons. And he's doing these niggas so
man on a mission, boy.
Even Megatron wasn't trying to run the fade anymore. His ass was scared of Optimus too. And I get it, because if I saw someone rip out another person's heart right in front of me, you got it, bro. I'm signing up to be an Autobot immediately. And this is also where Megatron realizes
he said, yeah, finish him off, team. And he saw that he get hit. You know, you make one compelling argument and start signing the papers immediately.
This is crazy as hell. Because every other time they meet after this movie, Megatron is like,
a little shook.
Nigga knocked me into iOS 18. We can't even jump him. It's gonna turn into a group funeral.
Literally.
I hit this nigga with my strongest blast. I don't even think I made him use his windshield wipers.
But now we're on to the third one, and not gonna lie, this is where Optimus becomes a full-fledged member of the Robot CRASHOUT All-Star team. So to start this movie, Optimus full-fledged member of the Robot CRASHOUT.
Set this list. Valid. I'm unfamiliar. Slightly valid. Very valid. I have no clue who this is. He should have put Eddie here from Lab Rats. If you know, you know. Extremely valid. This is a great list. It's a great list. How many people here? 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Starting 5. Let me get Bro as my center. Let me get Optimus as my power forward. I'm gonna go rare pick. Let me get Ultron as my small forward. Let me get Let me get Metal as my shooting guard, and let me get I think they literally call us the robot. I'm trying to remember his name, but let me get him as my point guard.
All-Star team. So to start this movie, Optimus
I threw a link in your Discord. Oh, what the fuck? How does this keep happening to me? How does this keep happening to me every video? Was I not zoomed in that whole time? How does this keep happening? I'm sorry, YouTube, for your experiences right now. I do take recommendations. I typically do them before, like, I start the reactions, but I'll just check it out right after this. I ain't even worry about it.
Of the Decepticon hidden on Optimus. And then to make matters Cybertronian, in this movie, Optimus finds another
YouTube
of the Decepticon hidden on Earth. And y'all know how the so to start this movie,
go back.
This becomes a
reaffirm this list
member of the Robot CRASHOUT.
Center, power forward, small forward, shooting guard, point guard. No. Yes. He's fast. Trust.
All-Star team. So to start this movie, Optimus finds another Decepticon hidden on Earth. And y'all know how the Cybertronian gang beef goes. So this immediately pissed off Optimus. And then to make matters worse, it turns out the government has been lying to him and hiding the fact that there are other Autobots on Earth. And I don't know why they did this to my nigga Optimus, because he's the leader of the Autobots and has been looking for his friends since he got.
I am specifically fighting against opposition that is trying to take your planet over, bro. Don't make me get to backhand it, shorty.
There. And they've known about this for years and didn't tell them. So Optimus goes to retrieve an Autobot named Sentinel Prime. This is basically Optimus Prime's OG. That's like his big bro back on Cybertron. They got a secret handshake and everything. So when they linked up, Optimus thought it was finna be a great time. But then Sentinel ended up not only betraying Optimus, but also killing Ironhide. And before we can
random, but I did not know I can go into my view and start out predictions from my phone. I did not know that, chat. We finna go crazy from now on. No bull. We starting crazy gambling. Prediction network.
Continue. Ironhide is also another black character. I just wanted to throw that in there because I'm starting to find this a little suspicious.
You don't find that suspicious?
But yeah, so Sentinel betrayed Optimus and packed up one of Optimus's closest friends. So as y'all can see, the events causing Optimus to become a crash out are getting pretty outrageous. But don't worry, there's still more stuff that happens. So after all this, Optimus and the Autobot crew get deported and exiled from Earth, and all the Decepticons take over the city. And mind you, these Autobots spent years protecting Earth, and now not only did his OG betray him, but the humans that he risked his life for countless times also switched up on him too. And this causes Sam to start tripping.
Yeah, it automatic. It automated your Lamel. I just took it off. I think it was like a filter thing that was just on my screen. I said it because you accidentally clicked. Yeah. I don't know why that keeps happening. The first time was literally my keyboard. I think I clicked like end or something. Or I clicked the arrow key on accident and it automatically went to the next. YouTube literally has updated their thing, like the UI. So it's more like you're more immersed. So now things are a little weird.
But now, if his ass was...
But I turned the thing off, so now I can see it. And it's not like it didn't pop up on screen. Just for me looking at chat, I couldn't see it for some reason. But I fixed it. And I figured out how to start up predicts, so we couldn't start gambling midstream. Allegedly, YouTube.
Locked in during the second movie, we wouldn't be here right now. But Optimus does end
Don't gamble, kids.
up coming back. And this nigga is in full crash out mode.
We will kill them all. We will kill them all.
As soon as he steps on the scene, he starts destroying
everything
in his way.
Hold on. That's a good transition.
As soon as he steps on the scene, he starts destroying
with the jet blaster.
And I can't blame him one bit. Optimus has been through literal hell and back.
Facts.
And now he still has to save the
Time
day
to slide,
again.
nigga.
And during this, Megatron is not...
Hey, bro, because the heroes, rain, sleet, or shine, we get it done, bro. Shout out to TMNT, what was it, 2012? What they said in the intro? Because the good guys win and the bad guys lose, bro.
Him at all.
That's
he heard Optimus was still alive and started having flashbacks to the second movie.
Look at his brain meat, bro.
He heard Optimus was still alive and started having flashbacks.
Look at this. Look at this cranium.
Flashbacks to the second movie. But then Optimus and OG Prime start boxing, and Megatron comes to try to help Optimus. Nigga's so scared he switched sides. Optimus not trying to hear nothing Megatron gotta say. He ends up annihilating Megatron.
Nigga, you literally ripped Jazz in half, bro. There is no talking, bro. This is the equivalent to back in medieval times, where a country or like a nation at the time would like raid another one and then like put their heads up on pikes. You did my mans in the slimiest way possible. There is no, you know, you're not that bad of a guy. There's no handshake that comes after that, bro.
Tron and OG Prime. And I can't lie, this was peak cinema. The get back was phenomenal. He did all this with one hand, by the way. I'm gonna cover this fight on my channel eventually.
Yes, sir.
And now it's time for the final chapter in Optimus Prime's crash out journey.
Okay. Ought to be nice.
So now we're on to the fourth movie. And at this point in the story, the Transformers are hated by everyone. All the robots have been deemed enemies of the state. There's hella posters being put up, and any Autobot that is found is supposed to be terminated on the spot.
Autobots
is crazy, though. People are looking at every car like this, just in case it's a Transformer. Niggas can't even trust their air fryer right now. So in typical fashion,
no bull, because that RC car is a Transformer.
Optimus ends up having to save the day when an innocent girl is held at gunpoint. And shortly after that, the government shows a video of Optimus's friend Ratchet getting killed. And Ratchet has been with Optimus since they was on site.
Who was he getting killed by? The Decepticon. Why are y'all showing me this, bro? I literally felt that. I felt like my heart stink, bro. And you expect me to have compassion and mercy left? For you? Because I'm the good guy? I could rule this planet with my pinky. And y'all only come after me because Megatron's gone. Can't stand
Megatron. So the fact that they killed his day one homie and then recorded it sent him into unspeakable levels of rage. He ends up busting into the building where they have Ratchet's body, and him and the Autobot gang are going crazy. They shoot up the place and have Ratchet's
you're clean. He got the trench coat.
Body and
he's all metal. That's still flowing.
Crazy. They shoot up the place and destroying the whole building. And Optimus damn near takes this man.
Don't point at me.
And to make all this worse, they also use Megatron's body to recreate another evil robot named Galvatron.
He got that shit on though.
So just when Optimus thought his arch nemesis was gone, he ends up coming back fully upgraded, and he got a crew with him too. So as you can guess, this leads Optimus to crashing out again. He goes to get literal dinosaurs to pack up these new evil robots. And that Megatron DNA is still inside Galvatron, because he sees Optimus doing all of this and he already knows to run away. And there is another movie after this, but
hey, I may be robot, but I'm at least 25% whole. I know when I'm about to get beat.
That one's kind of trash. So yeah, I think that's why I would put Optimus as a valid crash out. I'm gonna put him in the justified category.
No bull.
He low-key could be put in all of these, to be honest, but I think he fits here the best. He lost so many friends along the way and was never respected by the humans that he literally sacrificed his life for.
Everything for it, bro.
And if I put myself in his big ass robot shoes,
the same way they're making a new Megatron, y'all can just get me upgrades. If you're really that afraid of me, not saying y'all gotta kiss my boots, because I've never done nothing evil to make you afraid of me, but you can just make upgrades, right? And then you can become friends with all of us, and then go like, yo, let's make a pact. If one of y'all goes rogue on some Batman, on some Justice League, if one of y'all goes rogue, this group of like the most elite of the team, we're gonna give y'all upgrades, and the other like 4 or 3, however many, are gonna slime out the one that turn. Type. And then you don't have to do something that's gonna betray trust and make someone want to eviscerate your entire civilization.
I'd be crashing out too. I saved y'all countless times, and y'all still acting like I'm the threat. They couldn't even give the Autobots a private garage or anything.
You feel me, bro?
They just had to hide in plain sight. So to recap every reason why Optimus was a valid crash out, he lost his friend Jazz.
Look at this whole list, bro.
The Decepticons came back. He got jumped. The government lied to him. OG Prime switched up on him. Ironhide died. Decepticons took over. He was exiled from Earth. He lost an arm. Autobots were the enemies of the state. He lost Ratchet. Megatron came back as Galvatron. And he never got the respect that he deserved after everything he did for the world.
I'm crashing too, bruh.
So yeah, that concludes today's Yap session. I hope y'all learned something new today, but I'm tired of talking to y'all niggas. Cue my outro music.
No, I'm real talk. I'm busting out some baby Kia on my speakers, my massive speakers, bro. I don't want you to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be able to go anywhere on this planet and not hear the fact that I'm bumping baby Kia, bro, because I'm crashing. But as always, did I do an outro? Is this the first video? Did I do an outro for the last one? As always, appreciate y'all boys for watching. Make sure y'all stay happy, healthy, and hydrated, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.